Now move those feet. Come on now.
Jim Allen.
Yeah, that's right. Who are you?
I'm the guy that's gonna win your case against Andrew Malik.
That's funny, because I already got a guy to do that.
You have a guy who says he can, but you should know that just because a guy talks a big game doesn't mean he won't get knocked out in the 3rd round.
So why should I believe that you can handle this if my guy can't?
You seen Rocky IV?
Only about 30 times.
Well, Malik's Ivan Drago, and my old mentor is Apollo Creed.
Let me guess. You're Rocky.
I'm Rocky, Clubber Lang, and Apollo all rolled into one. Because Malik took a swing at people I care about. He knocked one out.
And nobody fights harder than someone looking for payback.
And on top of all of that, I'm the best there is on a bad day. So, are you in?
I'm in.
Then the only thing left for me to ask is there anything you need to tell me?
You mean, did I throw that fight? You listen to me. I love this sport. I'd never do anything to hurt it. And if you don't believe me, you can march that fancy suit out of here right now.
I just need to hear you say it. For the record, I saw the fight. Alonzo caught him dead on. Might be a once-in-a-lifetime shot, but there's no way Ricky Fake going down.
Why don't you stop telling me something I already know and go out there and prove it? Because I got to go fire my old lawyer.
Trust me, it'll go a lot smoother once you told him that the man who's taking his place is Harvey Specter.
I heard that you're taking on that fixed fight case. I want in.
Robert.
Oh, no buts, Harvey. I know Jessica was your mentor, but she was also my friend. Not to mention, after 15 years as managing partner, I'm dying to step back in that ring.
I get it. You don't want to be ordered around by Lewis either.
The man walks into my office this morning and asks me about turning the bathrooms co-ed. Look at me. Do I look like I want co-ed bathrooms?
All right, you're in. Let's be clear. This isn't about avoiding Lewis. This is about handing Andrew Malik a big, fat public knockout.
Understand we're here because of a motion to dismiss?
That's right, Your Honor. He has no proof my client ever defrauded anyone.
Never? Then what do you call rigging a scale before a fight?
If you're talking about the Watkins-Lopez fight, that was 15 years ago. And Omar Watkins was a kid that made a 5-pound mistake.
Or Jim Allen's a promoter who let an overweight fighter break the rules and then paid him $50,000 to lie about it.
Alonzo, Robert Zane. Been a fan for a long time. Have a seat.
Look, I'll have a seat, mister, but let me save you some time. Ricky didn't take a dive.
You sound pretty sure.
I'm sure because I felt my glove smash his face.
Defense is right, Mr. Malik. Circumstantial evidence from 15 years ago isn't enough.
Then how about the fact that a huge bet was placed right before this fight?
A lot of bets were placed before this fight.
Not $100,000 on the underdog at the last second.
You know, everybody counted me out. Now the only thing they're counting to is to 10. Because I dropped that chump, plain and simple.
$100,000?
That's right, Your Honor. All in increments of 9,900.
Increments? Then you don't know it was the same person at all. Not to mention the fact that 9,900 is under the legal reporting requirements.
By $100, which is awfully convenient if you're trying to break the law and not draw attention to it, like Jim Allen did.
Jim Allen's not dirty. I don't care what that lawyer says. I didn't take a dive. And I tell you something else. I get a rematch with that piece of shit, I'm gonna drop him like a stone.
The fact is, you only found something suspicious by doing something suspicious.
I was doing my job.
Your job isn't to look at bets under $10,000.
Hey, I'll look at whatever I want, and when I find out who made those bets, I'll have your fraudulent client dead to rights.
That's enough. The evidence is sufficient to move forward.
Your Honor!
Enough, Mr. Specter. This case is going to trial.
Who placed those bets? And each and every one of those people are connected to Jim.
Robert, I told you, I looked the man in the eye.
Let me finish. The total winnings of those long shots was $2 million. And we both know Jim Allen would be a dumbass if he risked his empire for a payout that small.
And Jim Allen's no dumbass, which puts us back to square one.
No, Harvey. It puts us right back in the ring. Because if all of those people are in Jim's orbit...
They're in Ricky Crosby's orbit, too.
It only takes one man to throw a fight.
You think he played you?
I think there's only one way to find out.
Why didn't you keep your hands up against Alonzo?
What?
You dropped your hands against Alonzo, and I know why. You took a dive.
Yo, what the fuck you just say to me, man? Because anybody that knows me knows I would never do that.
Really? Because I have a whole list of people that know you, and if I have to put them on the witness stand, they're gonna testify that you told them to bet against you. So unless you're telling me that Jim was in on it...
Jim had nothing to do with it.
You better call a lawyer, and you better call one fast.
Wait, stop.
I would have killed to be in your shoes. You had your whole career ahead of you.
I didn't have shit ahead of me.
What are you talking about?
3 months ago, I went to go pick up my daughter from kindergarten. All right? At a certain point, I didn't remember why I was in my car or where I was going. Drove around an hour trying to remember till the school finally called me. Yo, I'm 35 years old, man. You know how messed up that is?
I know how messed up it is to let Jim go on trial for a crime you committed.
But Jim hadn't been getting his head bashed in since he was 15, all right? And I need to provide for my family. Because where am I going to be in 10 years, huh? Am I going to be able to hold down a job? Am I going to need somebody to wipe my ass?
I don't know, Ricky. All I know is Jim is innocent, and it's my job to make sure the world knows it.
Well,
Well, what?
I just got a call from Ricky telling me what happened and asking me what we're gonna do.
What do you think we're gonna do? We're gonna wait for Malik to make a fool of himself and then show the world he got the wrong guy.
In other words, throw Ricky under the bus.
Not in other words, in those exact words.
Harvey, the man has brain damage.
I don't give a shit what he has. He was gonna let his mentor go to prison.
You don't know what he would have done if it had come to that.
I know that he threw a fight in the sport I love, and what happens to him isn't my problem.
You must live in a damn nice glass house, because I know for a fact that you threw a fight on behalf of one of your own clients.
If you're talking about reform,
I'm talking about William Sutter. You think Rachel never told me about that?
that was to get Mike out of prison.
And Ricky threw a fight to take care of his family.
Look, if you're so sure of yourself, what do you think we should do?
We should go to Malik, tell him he has the wrong guy, and cut the best deal we can for Ricky.
Are you out of your mind? We took this thing to get payback for Jessica. Ricky is our trump card. Now, if you're not okay with this, the door is right there.
I'm not going anywhere, and this case is as much mine as it is yours.
It's not either one of yours, it's mine.
Excuse me?
I said it is mine. I'm not gonna let you jeopardize this firm with some vendetta.
What happened to me being a wild stallion?
What happened is, I was afraid to tell you the truth. And the truth is, I am running this place. And we all need to get on board with that, and it starts with you reading me in.
Okay, Lewis. We'll read you in, but there's no way I am letting Malik off the hook.
Over this all night. It comes down to a choice between cutting Ricky a deal and payback with Malik, and I am not going to...
Wait a second. Payback, that's it.
What's it, Lewis? Where are you going with this?
How much revenue has Jim lost since these charges were brought?
I don't know. His license is suspended. He hasn't been able to book a fight. Why? What's your point?
My point is, once we show that he's innocent, someone needs to pay back all the revenue he's lost. That someone is Andrew Malik.
Lewis, I don't want to take his money. I want to ruin his reputation.
What Lewis is saying is that Malik won't pay it. The state will, which means the voters will.
Are you talking about suing him for compensation under the Wrongful Prosecution Act?
You bet your sweet hindquarters I am. Which means he either cuts Ricky a deal, or any higher office aspirations he has, they're done.
You think Jim Allen will forego a lawsuit just to get Ricky a better deal?
Once he finds out why Ricky did it, yeah, he will.
I mean, Harvey, there's only one problem. You wanted to ruin Malik's reputation. This deal won't do that.
You leave that to me. And Lewis, you're a genius.
No, Harvey. I'm managing partner.
This straight. You'll come at me for Jim Allen's losses if I prosecute Ricky Crosby, who you know is guilty and wasn't even your client until today?
What he was isn't important. What he is getting a deal.
So take your medicine and count yourself lucky that we're willing to horse trade. Because if we weren't, you'd be fucked right now.
Which you are anyway, because you're going to be issuing a public apology for going after an innocent man.
No way. I admit that. It ruins me for higher office.
What do you think I'm here for?
And you wouldn't be in this position if you didn't go after an innocent man in the first place.
I will issue an apology first thing tomorrow.
No, you will issue one now. Because we're not giving you a chance to weasel out of this.
We even did you a solid and wrote one up for you. Robert, did you know there are 12 different synonyms for the word incompetent?
After he signs this, there's going to be a 13th. Malik.
You know, you think this is funny, but sob story or not, a crime was committed here, and you are using it to ruin my career. So you better watch your backs.
Tomorrow's gonna be what tomorrow's gonna be, Andy. But for today, Jessica Pearson sends her regards.